Hello and welcome back to another video from My Random Hobbies, and today we're going to be looking at a new diecast car purchase. We're going to be looking at this car right here. So let's get into it. Okay, so you will have seen from previous videos that I started with Hot Wheels when I was looking at diecast cars. I branched from the sort of main lines into some of the sort of slight variations, if you like, including like the Toy Story ones here that you see here, and the Looney Tunes ones that you see over here. And indeed, then you start looking at things like your Hot Wheels ID cars. I have then started looking at what else is around, and you'll know from previous videos that I've looked at green light cars, and I've got a few of these because again they remind me of childhood sort of memories. And then I started looking at sort of the more premium ones, and we've looked at the Mini GT, and we've looked at the Tarmax Works, which I liked because you could take it out of the packaging and then put it back in the packaging, which was a real big selling point for me. But today we're looking at a different brand. It's a cheaper brand, so-called Majorette. And certainly when these are in the shops and you can actually find them, they're not always very readily available in certain shops, then they can be quite reasonably priced. This one probably would have started off at £5 or £6, I would have thought, maybe a little bit more. I actually paid £10 for this, because of course once they've been in the shops and gone, then collectors obviously will pay a little bit more, but £10 is relatively reasonable for a car like this. And the reason I got this is because you see them coming up every now and again, the Majorette cars, and they've got moving parts, and you can see there that the bonnet and the door are up, but this is in its packaging. Now, you know from my previous videos that I'm not a big fan of sort of taking out cars from packaging, where I like the packaging as well, unless it can be put back in. So for example, the green light cars, you can't get these out without ruining the packaging, without ruining the artwork and things that are on there. Yes, you could take it out and keep the artwork. I'm sure you could probably cut that out carefully, but they're nice together. But there's nothing special about the artwork around the box. It doesn't actually really reflect the car that's in there. So I'm going to take it out and we're going to have a look at it. What you will notice before I do take it out, on here, it gives you a rundown of the types of things that are sort of included, if you like. So that it has got a metal body, it's got rubber tires, it's got suspension, it's got opening parts, and it's a licensed vehicle. Okay, now I'm assuming what that means is that Land Rover in this case have given Majorette the license to produce this particular model. So it is a deluxe car, it says. Now, I normally open my cars like this. There is on the back here, I note, a little tab, and you can pull that, I'm guessing, and that gives you access to the back. I'm not sure whether that's a benefit or not, because it's just coming off in little bits here. But, you know, we'll continue, we'll persevere with both methods. There we go. So we've got that open. And straight away we can sort of take out that. Now, similar to the Mini GT and the Tarmac, it comes with a little box, which I'm assuming will fit the car in once we're finished looking at it. So I'll just pop the box to the side, but there's nothing unique about the box other than the picture and Land Rover Defender 110 or 110 or 110, however you want to say that. And then the car itself comes in a separate plastic container. I'll just put the other packaging to one side, and then the car itself just slides out of there, so nice and easy to get into, really. And then we'll have a closer look at this. So the detailing on it isn't too bad. As I say, it's got a metal body, it's got a plastic base though. It says rubber wheels, and yet they are rubber. It's been okay, they're not bad. The paintwork is pretty decent on this. It's sort of a dull green, well, they dull. So it's a green colour with a slight metallic-y look, maybe. The bonnet, black, and it does go up and down, he says. There you go. It's quite fiddly to get in, and they've bothered with sort of chroming the engine compartment by lots of things there. You can see that very clearly. The lights are, yeah, they look like they're sort of plastic lights. They're not decals or anything, so they've got little plastic lights. They've even got the little Land Rover symbol on the very front there. I'll try and get a close up shortly. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that this is very plasticky at the back, the tow bar cover, and again the sort of wheel on the back. It would have been nice if they'd bothered to put a proper wheel on the back as well. You know, but I suppose, you know, for the cost of the item, if this were a more expensive product, perhaps they would have bothered to do that. The interior then, again, what they've done with this door to wedge it open, they've placed a bit of plastic in there. So I'm just going to try and fetch that plastic out if I can. That's easier said than done. Let's have a look. Might have to use a tool of some sort to get that out, because the door's not going to open any further. No. That's tricky. I'm going to get a key, I think, and try and pull that out. There we go. So pull the plastic out, which allows me to look inside. And the interior, again, it has got a brown plastic interior, brown plastic steering wheel. So that's where the sort of difference perhaps is with some of the higher end models. I'm just seeing if the other door opens. It does. It's stiff, but it does open. So we've got the doors opening, both front doors and the bonnet on this one. It's not a bad little car. Quite light, actually, compared to some of the real metal body cars that I've seen. But nice enough, okay, for the money that has been paid. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just show you some close-up footage of the vehicle, which I don't normally do. Just trying something different this time. And then I'll come back and we'll place it in its box for the shelf. So there we go, the Land Rover Defender from Majorette with moving parts. Not a bad little car for the price. Will I be going out and purchasing more? Probably not. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Unless, of course, it's something that I particularly like. And again, that's the point of collecting. And if you've seen any of my previous videos on why I collect and what I collect, you'll see that the sort of initial burst of a collection where you go, oh, I'm going to collect that, and you collect absolutely everything, disappears, and you really start to hone your collection and start to decide what it is you really want in your collection. But that's for another video at another time. So here we go. Let's pop him inside the box, and that will then sit on the shelf with my other cars that are in their little boxes as well. Tarmax works and so on. So that's going to sit up on the shelf. And there we go. Now there is another video coming up soon with a car that I really have been wanting for a long time. So hopefully that won't be long, and we'll see you again soon for another video. Take care for now. Bye bye.